Just me, or did Scott pop back on? Oh, he's on mute, so it doesn't matter. He's kind of here and he's kind of not because he doesn't even know he's on mute.
Yes. Here's the thing. So it's Friday night, but it's Wednesday night hangout out of Friday. Is the way I feel right now.
I heard Wednesday fell apart. Russ and I were both out of town, and Wednesday was just Scott.
No. Wednesday might have been the best Wednesday night hangout we've ever had.
Oh, and I know. Russ and I,
in true fashion this week, of the off-air portion being stuff that should be on air. Joey and I, after one of the shows this week, we're talking about Red Lobster, and we were talking about Joey pulling up to a Red Lobster and throwing a lobster trap in the Red Lobster tank, just trying to catch lobsters have his overalls on. Like, that whole conversation was incredibly funny, and it'll never be heard on air. It's sad. It'll never have the same pizzazz that it had off air of Joey infiltrating a Red Lobster to try to catch lobsters. Oh, it was so good.
I mean, speaking of lobsters, I was in Maine. I was in the most remote part of Maine all week long. I had no internet. I had no cell phone. I have no idea. Did we give away all the spots this week? What happened? I mean, do we have any?
So we are right now we have 18 spots left. Last I checked. Let me check. But I need to check this. I need to double check where we're sitting.
I mean, you take your time on that. So
yeah,
I was up in lobster country, and in true fashion, I found a way to get my wife injured. We went on boogie boards, or not boogie boards. What are they? Paddle boards.
Okay.
As I'm paddling along, I'm paddling just fine, and then all of a sudden I start to fall backwards and fall. And as I'm falling, I launch my paddleboard directly into my wife's arm.
Oh no!
So she has a bruise from her elbow up to about here, and she said, "This is what your father did to me. This is what he did." And I go, "Yeah, but that was not the one that was on purpose." Yeah. Like, I tried to knock her over a few times because she's really good. So, like, I would try intentionally to bump her over and knock her into the water. But that was definitely not intentional. Falling off the back of one of those things is not that fun.
No.
Either side is fine. Either way is fine. But backwards is not that fun.
No, that would be. I'm bruised up a little too from the last week, but yeah. It happens. Bruises happen, man. Bruises happen, especially at the chat's hopping. The chat realizes we may have a ticket to give away. That we are definitely going to give away a ticket tonight. We have it looks like 18 or 19 spots left. A handful of those, like I think Sal said he wanted 7 to give away on the Podathon, which will start the morning of July 6th and go through the morning of July 7th. He wants to give away. There's about 7 spots available for that Podathon. He usually gives 1 or 2 to someone who comes on the show, and he gives away some in the chat. So there'll be spots available during the Podathon. 10 of them are pledges made to play in the league with Matthew Berry.
So doing some of those could open up other spots.
I'm sorry, my kids are very loud. What did you say?
Some of those could open up other spots.
Yeah.
They could open up other spots if they're already in. If they're
Absolutely.
already in.
Yeah.
And they end up in Matthew Berry's, that could open up another spot for somebody.
Yeah, so that is absolutely true. I don't want to count on that. So,
but I'd say let's go 50% on that.
Yeah, 50-50. It could happen. It could not. One of the two. So the way I see it, we still have we have 18 spots. 17 are allocated. We're probably going to have, some move, some of them move from a slow to Barry's league. We might have some people not show up. We might have, who knows, of the few hundred that haven't joined their league yet, maybe some of them just aren't going to play, or they disappeared, or they're not going to show up.
But as of right now, I count my math. My math counts us at one more giveaway.
Correct. The math right now says we have 18 spots and 17 are allotted to things, meaning we have one spot.
One spot. We could probably make anyone do anything we wanted right now.
Yeah, 18 minus 17. It seems to me that equals 1. Like I said, I do believe more will open up over the course of the next week, but this is what we like to do. We like to be at 0 with a week left, and have we'll get rid of the spots as they.
I'm curious if you're in the chat and you are not in, I want to see a number 1 at that. Just type the number 1. I just want to see how many people are in the chat that aren't.
Are there people in the chat that aren't in? That's the thing. Nope.
I mean, I'm sure there's people in here rooting for somebody else to get in, but I want to know who showed up and that isn't in.
Oh, geez. See, this always makes me feel bad. This always makes me feel bad when I see that Scampers is not in 16 yet. Well, we might have an option for you, Scampers, but I'm not gonna. We have a contest coming up very, 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 very soon. That one doesn't make sense to me. Okay, looks like there's lots of people in the chat who are not in yet.
Wow.
I'm very confused by this one because I was positive Claire was in.
You might have to check that. Maybe she's in and she doesn't know it.
Yeah, the other ones, sure. I recognize a lot of these names, but Claire, I thought had gotten her way in somehow. Now I'm confused. Oh, there you go. Woo. I was gonna say I was pretty sure she was in. She's been in the chat quite a bit. Yeah. She's been in the ER for 16 hours. It's understandable.
Wow.
Shane, I have a black mat helmet and I have a silver Sharpie here. I've got the goods. I can send you one finally. Shane won the black mat. Can you grab me the black mat helmet? Actually, grab me one of each. Oh, you got it. And we couldn't find a silver Sharpie to sign it. So I have to.
Did you get one? Because I was going to pick some up today and I didn't.
I am bringing 3 of them to Chicago.
Okay. I figure I'll bring a couple to New York to bring back to Boston. And let's see. I shipped 6 or 8 to Chicago, I think.
6 or 8 what?
Helmets.
Oh, that's a lot of helmets.
Well, I figured we got the live event and we got FSGA. Who's going to be there? So somebody might have to take them back. And if you are going to FSGA and you have a live event coming up, maybe it's a way for us to get it there. And whoever in your live event coordinator can ship the other ones back.
Gotcha.
See, I think of everything.
You do.
I might not look like I think of everything, but I do.
Yeah. So Shane, I know you have one already. Yeah, I think you brought the black mat one home, but I need to send you one with a signature on it because that's what you got. So,
Yes.
and then I expect you to mail me back the regular black helmet. I'm just kidding.
Well, we'll find a way to. Maybe
if you did, we'd find a way to give it away. But I will.
We try. They will not go to waste. I mean, there's only a limited number of them.
Regardless,
they are limited.
Yeah, I will sign this one and I will send it back to you. So.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll sign one of the ones in Chicago and send it back.
There are only 36 of each color.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need two. I need these for the Minnesota. So, if there's a bunch going to Chicago, I'll use one of those to send us to.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, or I can. Yeah, I've got a couple. I got a couple left. I can take Russ's. I was sending a couple to Russ. I'll take those and bring them to you. Because I leave in like 6 hours, 7 hours.
I don't know why you're doing this.
If I just said to my wife, if I was smart, I probably would have waited till at least a noon flight tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
But I wasn't. I didn't think I was going to spend the afternoon with Zach in Maine today. I didn't know that was part of my.
Well, regardless, if you don't have to be there, like I'm flying into Chicago Sunday morning. I leave Minnesota at like 6:55 a.m. because I want to get there before the event and I want to plan for a possible delay or anything, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm leaving nice and early in the morning, but if you like, you're not doing anything on Saturday. You could have left at noon.
I know. I know I could. I mean, I haven't even looked to see if I can switch my flight tomorrow. Like I literally
can't. Did I tell you?
Yeah, I saw. That's the first time you got that, really?
It's not only the first time this has ever happened to me. It won't allow me to switch my flight without like calling them now because of it.
Yeah. No, it's So mine happened last. Time it happened to me.
Let's step back so the chat knows what we're talking about. Okay. For the first time in my life, I thought it was just a thing in movies and a myth. My flight to Chicago, I got upgraded to first class, complimentary, just complimentary upgrade to first class. So, I swear it was just a thing in movies. I didn't think that was actually something that happened to human beings.
It does.
Yeah. But so when I was looking at potentially moving my flight back to Saturday, it's like, nope, sorry, you got to call to, move your flight back to change a flight on this because they gave me the complimentary upgrade, which is crazy. That's pretty insane. It's such a short flight. It's an hour and a half. So all of it.
It's kind of like a bummer to have one of you pop up on that one. I mean, mine popped up last year when I was going to Orlando, right? So I've got my wife, 2 kids, and my brother-in-law flying with me. So my wife and kids were in Comfort Plus. My brother-in-law back in coach, and then I got bumped up to first class. Well, all of a sudden now I've got one of my kids sitting by themselves in comfort. Okay. I said, look, you either got to put me back there or you've got to bring my daughter or my son up with me. And they're like, oh, we can't. It was sold out in the first class. And I'm like, okay, well, then why don't you send my wife up there?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be the one that is going up there.
I like sitting with my kids on planes.
I have no problem with it. And they rather would sit with me because I just let them watch movies.
My wife just reads books on the plane. So like she can be anywhere. I like sitting with the kids and I'm able to get their stuff for them and, talk to them about video games and stuff.
So my wife was nice enough to say, no, you didn't sleep. Why don't you go up there and stay? And then I had the thought, they need to bump my brother-in-law up to business to sit with one of my kids. And they did that. And they did that for him.
It's weird that they made the complimentary upgrade, then they did all that work because of the upgrade that they did.
Well, yes, because mine was booked separate than all of theirs. So that's why we weren't linked in the back end, so they wouldn't have moved it if I was linked with them altogether. Because I bought all theirs with points.
So I love this, by Luke. Upgrade to first class. I'm more of a our bad. We lost your luggage. We'll probably mail it to you someday kind of guy. I've never had that happen either. That's another thing that I feel like is a movie thing. But now that I know being upgraded to first class is legitimately a thing, I'm guessing people lose their luggage as well. That feels like it's probably a thing.
I mean, I just saw Jordan in the chat. I got to remember to get his flight from New York to Boston. Otherwise, it's going to be hard for him to fly out of Boston if he's still in New York.
Yeah. Wait, so Jordan's going to New York?
Jordan's going to come to New York.
Awesome. I get to see Jordan.
He's flying in about the same time as you. So he's hopping in with you and Russ.
He's going to stay at Russ's?
He's going to hop in with you guys to go to the live event.
I'm not hopping in with Russ. Russ will be at the live event way before me.
What time are you getting in?
I don't get in until 11:30.
And I think Jordan's getting in at 10 something.
Yeah, the event starts at noon. So I told the people I'm not going to make it on. I'm probably not going to make it on time. I'm going to land and I'm going to get a lift to the event and maybe I'm half an hour late, whatever. But yeah, no, I'm not.
You're flying to Newark, right?
Yeah, I'm flying to New York, okay. Newark, New Jersey. But
yeah, we are going to talk about your plans on air, Jordan. What do you think this is?
Yeah, but Russ
is us talking. This is
Russ is going to the live event way before me because we'd be late if it was. Russ is going early to set up.
I'll have to figure out what time Jordan's landing. I still think it's close to your 11 area.
Yeah,
I think it's
legitimately 11:30. Mine was 10:30, and it got pushed back to 11:30, which really annoyed me.
Okay, so he's probably 10:50 area. So he'll probably just have to wait for it. And then he's gonna fly to we're gonna fly to Manchester, New Hampshire, because that's where I'm flying out of to go to Boston, to go to New York. And then I'll park my car there. I told my wife today, I didn't tell her ahead of time, but I told Jordan was going to use our guest room. And then Zach is going to come to the house, and then we pick up Mike Fiala, and we'll head to Boston live.
I'm mad I'm not going to Boston this year. I enjoyed the Boston group.
I got another bed.
I'm going to Philly. I'm going to Philly the next day. Honestly, this amount of travel is getting to me, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it. It makes sense on so many levels for.
I said it year one that we should be hitting up more of these things and
it's not just that. It's when we go, and this is behind the scenes stuff for the chat, but when we go, we're able to help out with the organization, help out with the either the raffles or the silent auctions or the process, the event. It makes the events go smoother, and us being there, we're able to, people are able to donate more. They buy more raffle tickets. Fantasy Cares wise, it's just better if we go. Every bit of it is better.
The
events are better.
Not me personally, but if you're going, then yes. I can help out, but they come to see you.
They do not.
They come to see Jordan too.
One of these years, if I went to one, it would be the Dallas one.
I mean, I think no. See, that's the type. So those are the type things right there. And I want to see Dallas, Houston, same weekend. You hit them both. You know.
Yeah, it would be fun if you could see. I don't know that the people in those areas agree with that. I think that they might want Dallas one weekend, Houston another, so that they can go to both.
Or if they have something going on, they can
Yeah,
go to one or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, they can choose.
Yep.
I agree with your thought process. That would be great, but
yeah. I mean, or it could be something else. Like so, there was a thought in my mind to stop in Buffalo on the way to Chicago tomorrow, but
interesting.
Because it's like halfway, you know, it's like boom boom. But I decided that I had done enough traveling already this week. I just wanted to get to where I'm going.
LA, I went there 3 years in a row.
There's no celebrities in LA, huh?
It's going to be it's going to be downtown LA instead of Orange. It's going to be in LA proper now this year.
Which is interesting because Boston is heading out to Patriot Place and they're coming out of the city.
LA is going to be interesting next year as well because there's always it seems like there's so much interest. A bunch of the LA people this year came to Vegas and basically every one of them said they're coming back to Vegas. I feel like when people come to Vegas, they're like, for SFB Live, they're like, I'm coming back every year. They'll still do another one, but they're coming to Vegas. I'm
excited for next year's Vegas already.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I was just talking to somebody about next year's Vegas.
Yeah, I would like to know what those conversations are. Anyway, LA next year, it sounds like we might have an LA proper and a Trophy Smack Orange event. So we might have 2 LA drafts next year, which just follows the NFL, right? With the two LA teams.
Yeah. I mean, I think that. I mean, as much as I would like to see more regional. I mean, I know people.
I would too. I would like to have a more giant regional events, but it doesn't seem like it's, at least not yet. We want to eventually. Yeah. And some of these, we want them to be almost whole weekend events. Jonathan says wants to come to LA a lot. You should go this year. I know that you're in a slow. I know you got in today, but you should go this year. You should just hang out there. Scampers, LA area. He can go to both.
Well, and I mean that's one of the things that I also thought about for the New England area is, if there's one in Boston, maybe there's one up in Portland, Maine, or Portsmouth, or in New Hampshire somewhere. I think there's enough here that we could have 2 different weekends.
Yeah, maybe. Vegas drafts increase. Probably they give us the owner's suite for the whole day. We have to avoid the UFC match in June, and make sure.
Do we? Oh, do we?
We do.
Do we though?
If we want the owner's suite the whole day at Stadium Swim, we do.
But yes, that yes, I get that.
Unless you want to pay for it.
We might want to have something tied in with it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the talks.
So Scott's in Connecticut.
That was behind the scenes. There's no talks. There's talks.
So Scott is in Connecticut here. But is he a Yankee fan or is he a Red Sox fan?
Totally forgot about the UFC thing.
Is he a Yankee fan or a Red Sox fan? Let's see. Because all I have to do is find out if he's a Yankee or Red Sox fan, and I'll know what side of Connecticut he's from, and then what day he should be going to. Okay, so he should be coming to Boston Live on the 20th.
So
it's at Patriot Place.
I'm going to step back to Vegas for a second here. That we have it all day. We could easily do 9 drafts. Do 3 every 3 hours. Just take up the whole day. Derek, the owner of Circa and the D, also, by the way, if you're going to meet a billionaire in real life, he is the most down-to-earth, cool, decent. Like he's just normal. He's a fantasy football fan. It's pretty awesome. But he loves having us there. He views us as the kickoff to football and fantasy football season, which I feel like a lot of people have kind of mentioned, but it's really cool that they let us keep coming back. But we could do the whole day. But the problem that happens is a lot of the people that do Vegas Live, they come for the first drafts and they're hanging out in the pool. So like 6 hours in, everybody is just exhausted. And we got to figure out a way to filter people in and out, tell people to go get lunch and take breaks so that they're not absolutely drained by 3-4 in the afternoon.
Well, is that I got an idea for that, but we can talk about that later. I got an idea.
He does not, Jason. He does not. I'm not going to go into it, but he does not. But he's a big fantasy football fan. Yep.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, there are some ways to fix that heat issue with the long day out there.
The heat this year, the heat wasn't bad at all because it was 95, which is cool for that time of year. But there was a 20 to 30 mile an hour wind, so you felt cool. And then there was the pool, and it's a dry heat too. So like all of that paired, like I was fine all day, and I overheat quickly. We're about 25-30 minutes in. We have over 1,000 people watching.
Yeah.
Bob, how are we doing this?
So I counted.
You probably counted 10 plus people, but how many stayed through our rantings to prove that they really want this last spot?
Yeah, so we need to see a number 1 again.
Do you want to do 1? Should I get out a wheel?
Yeah, you should get out a wheel again, and let's. If they type a 1 again, they need to type a 1. They need to type a 1 again, and then they need to match the names that I already have.
And here's what we're gonna do tonight. Ian made the suggestion several shows ago. We should put on the wheel everybody's names, and each time it lands on someone, they get eliminated. They don't win. They get eliminated. So it boils down to the very last person, and the last person standing wins. What do you think? Reverse wheel.
Okay, we can do that. So you got a wheel?
I got a wheel.
I can read off the names.
I can do it.
Right.
Did you have him write 1?
Yep.
Okay. Mark G.
Sam Meyer. Meyer. Oscar Meyer.
Mike Lavalley. I'm gonna throw like 14 E's on it. All right. Duarte. Barthel. Ferguson. I'm getting lazy and just doing last names now.
Charlene is writing a 1, and I'm pretty sure she's already in the fishbowl.
Stickley. Wait, who's Charlene is? Charlene, you know you. Sam, you're in LA Live. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
The ones The ones that this is for somebody that's not in.
This is
yet.
for an SFB spot. I'll put Sam in and Charlene in, and if they win, then nobody gets the spot. What do we think of that?
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Scott's in a really brutal mood.
I'm actually in a very good mood. I'm tempted to give away 2 spots and just hope someone drops.
I mean,
I'm in a really good mood.
we can give away Scott. And Scott got a spot, and he should.
I'm technically banned. How does that work? All right. Oh,
I gotta find where he is. Like he's been playing hide and go seek.
Shane,
Okay.
is Kim your wife? For some reason, I thought it was a different last name. Maybe I'm thinking about her NFL player brother. Maybe that's why I'm.
And you got Scott. You got Ferguson.
I had a fun conversation with Shane and his in the pool.
Duarte, Bethel, Ferguson.
Okay. Wait. Yeah, I got Barthel, Ferguson, Stickley, the White Rabbit, Kim Brazebon. Gosh, Kim didn't even mention that she wanted to play. If I would have known.
You got Barthel.
I had plenty of spots when we were still in Vegas. I think I got everybody. There's only 9 that have typed into the chat. Think we're ready to go?
I think so.
There's 1,136 watching. Scampy, come on, Scampy. But not a ton in the chat.
It's too bad for those that are watching and they're watching on X and not here on YouTube.
Yeah, X or Twitch or whatever they're watching on, they're not.
I don't think I sent it. I never sent it to Twitch. I definitely forgot to do that.
Look at this. All right.
Ooh.
So each time it spins, someone's going to get selected.
Someone's gonna get eliminated. Oh, this is like a Royal Rumble.
It is.
It's like full on elimination style.
Yep. So we're gonna eliminate one each time. My son is now with me apparently. What's up, man?
I mean, if anything, it gets this.
So I'm gonna click this.
Just straight, or we can just go.
I don't like that at all. But we're gonna say goodbye to Kim, which makes me sad because Kim was awesome. I really like talking to Kim. She was nice. Don't do that. Kim was. I liked talking to Shane and Kim. They're awesome.
Hey, I have all these names written down, so
You should have Kim set up. We're gonna have people. We're gonna have people drop. We do. We always have people drop. And as Bob mentioned at the top of the show, some of the people who joined the Matthew Berry League already have spots, and it's likely those will open up for other people. And Duarte. It is not Duarte's day. No, I don't like that there's clapping. It feels really clapping. And as I start to do this feels really negative.
It does. It feels so evil.
I really
so evil.
I actually kind of don't like this now. This is not the happy-go-lucky vibe that I try to imbue.
I mean, have you been removing them?
I have.
Oh.
And Mark G is removed from the wheel. I feel like Mark G had a bunch of people rooting for him in the chat.
Yeah.
At least it felt that way. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I felt like he did. And it seems like Jeff doesn't. I feel, I'm serious. I hate that we did this because now I feel bad. Every twin, every spin,
Hey,
excuse me, I feel worse and worse.
hey, you know what, Scott? You know what would make you feel better?
Yeah. What?
What if
Oh,
we-
Mike. Lovely.
what if we open up one more division and give them all a spot?
No, we can't do that just yet, man. We can't do that just
Can't?
yet. I don't think
Do we
can.
have any? Do we have the bandwidth to do one more spot, one more division?
This is a conversation for next week. It's not a kind of
Oh, it is. All right.
because we are going to
We'll
spend
see.
the week finding out exactly how many of the hundreds of people who haven't logged in, how many of those will turn into open spots. So
Okay.
I don't want to randomly open a division.
So all right. So let's give all these people a little bit of hope that we have all of their names written down and we have a chance to reach out to them as first alternates.
Yeah. We will probably write these. Did you write?
I already have them written down. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say
Scott usually will listen to me,
this is getting so stressful.
but I might have been jumping the gun a little because he knows that once we make sure that everyone's linked up, then we'll see how many people actually show up.
Yeah, it's a process, and this final week there will be spots that open up. We had multiple spots open up today. That's what allowed us to go live. We had actually sent out all the invites. We were at 0, and then we had enough open up to give some to the podathon and to do this tonight. Oh boy. Woo! Oh,
Wow.
how stressed are you right now, Ian?
No.
Not at all. Oh, are both of these people still in the chat?
I've seen Ferguson's been typing.
Yeah, I know Ferguson's still there. Sam had said something.
I saw Sam do the. I saw Sam earlier. Sam has played before.
Sam and they're both here. They're both in the chat. They are both here, and they're a little stressed out. Maybe we should save this for a little bit later. Figure out which one.
I don't think we can do that. I think that is just so. I don't know. What is the chat thing? Should we give it? Should we give it a couple minutes?
Do it right now.
Ian thinks we should do it right now.
Oh wow! I mean,
Ian, what do you think it's going to be?
It's gonna be Sam.
I mean,
No,
which one has more letters? Because more letters is going to fall to the bottom.
Who do you think it's going to be, Malcolm?
Sam.
Sam? All right. They think
I'm
it's
going to
going
take Ferguson then. I'm taking
I was
Ferguson.
going to take Ferguson too. I feel like it's going to go red.
It's
I
gonna
feel
be
like
Sam.
All right. Here we go.
Wait.
What?
Whoever lands on, do they win
Yes.
or do they get eliminated?
Oh, they get eliminated.
Oh,
Whoever lands on gets eliminated. The last one standing is the winner.
think Sam's gonna get it.
Then Sam's gonna get eliminated.
Sam's. Oh, okay. All right. So just so the chat is clear, the one it lands on gets eliminated. They do not win. The last one standing is the winner. Just so there's no confusion here. Are we ready, Bob?
yeah, yes. I mean, this is like a cool idea, especially this close. I mean,
This is
a lot more
so cruel.
housing spots available.
This was so cool.
All right, you know, it's all Ian's fault.
Ah. All right.
Hmm.
Hold on. I have to check something because
Look at the head's back.
I'm giving it a second. Bob, can you vamp for a second?
I was actually I was just checking to see if oh boy. I guess Emmy's on the waiting list because I did not have that second. spot that I thought I had. So you're getting in before whoever wins this is getting in before my daughter.
Oh, that's crazy.
I should have checked that before we decided there was. I thought I had 2 on that.
So we got to click the button here. We got to figure this out.
I would make Ian do it because then you're not guilty of anything.
Can you click?
Yeah,
Can you click the button?
He'll do it.
You got to click the middle. Don't just. I mean, oh, he did it all right. I was
Yeah,
getting directions. He's like, no,
and
I'm
he'll
just
sleep
like-
fine tonight. He'll sleep fine
Oh,
tonight.
so Sam wins. Sam
Oh.
Right.
So Sam Ferguson is actually not the winner.
Oh, Sam wins. Sam wins. But
Sam is the winner.
You got it right.
here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing about that. Just there's this weird thing about that we actually had 2 open spots. I said we had 1, but we actually had 2. Now what do we do, Bob? Sam and Ferguson, right?
I mean,
I feel like they're
Ferguson-
both in. They had
Ferguson gets
they're both in.
I mean, wait till Emmy finds out. That's all I'm gonna say. You better watch out, Ferguson. I mean, be on Emmy's bad side.
Yep. I know it's stressful at the end there, but I feel like they're both in. I feel like they're both in.
I think that works. I think that definitely works.
I feel like the chat is saying do it again.
I don't think Scott can go through that again.
I don't think
Like we said, there will be some more spots.
There will be
There will
more.
There
I
will be.
legitimately don't think I have the spots to go through that again. Sam. Oh, this is okay. Can you guys put your Twitter handles in the chat so I can verify? Because as you know, like 51,000 people are signed up, so there are actually multiple Sam Myers. And Ferguson. What was Ferguson's? Scott Ferguson. At Sam Myers 724. Okay, there we go. And the best part of the show was when Scott was trying to add people on the fly.
Hey, you know what, Scott? I got 2 people that aren't signed into my division.
Oh boy.
So, and I gotta find out when they
Oh,
were invited.
oh, there you are. There you are. I found you.
They were invited probably a while ago.
Scott, you aren't even signed up for SFB 15. He has an account. He has an account. Signed up for SFB 14, but not 15.
How do people expect to get in?
I mean, it's not shocking now that he was, on this show. So I'm gonna force your sign up, Scott, but you weren't signed up. Come on, man. Oh, see, you have to sign up each year. You have to click the
Every
button.
year. You need to stay. You're still breathing.
You have to click the button each year.
I mean that's the only way we know that you're still breathing.
Yeah, we don't want someone. We don't want. I'm gonna click it. Don't worry. But just for this show's reference, you have to click the button each year so that we know that you are still interested in playing.
Right.
Year.
I mean, you might have given up fantasy.
There are
football.
people. Yeah, there are people that do that. That they're like, I don't want to do it this year. So I'm gonna not.
No, exactly what happens. I mean, if you don't, if you don't click it, how do we know? Yeah, you registered, but
yeah, buy and sell you. We went over this. There are 19 spots. Actually, now there are 17 spots. 7 are allocated for Sal to give away on the podathon the day going into the slow drafts. So if you tune into the podathon, he has 7 spots to give away. And 10 of them are for people joining who have pledged. I believe all of them have pledged between $500 and $2,000 to donate to Fantasy Cares to play with Matthew Berry and join SFE 15 that way. So 17 spots are allocated. We cannot give those away. So that's where the number comes from. So
This is interesting.
yeah.
So one of the people that are in my division hadn't signed up since SFB 12, but somehow got pushed in.
They signed up for 12 and 15.
I don't know if it was a sign up for 12 or if it was a force for 12. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
I don't know.
But
we'll figure it out. But I can tell you right now, we have given out all the spots we currently can give out.
Yeah,
we give out both of them.
I mean, until there's a little more research done, we might.
Bob, would it surprise you to know that I knew going in that we had 2 spots?
No, because you love to lie to me.
I knew as we entered the show that we had 2 spots.
You've been telling me all day that there was only 18, and like literally, I would tell you another number, and there was still 18. So I knew something. I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
I gave you 3 names, and then you said, "Okay, yeah, we still have 18." Oh,
Steven, you can come on if you want. My wife and I are waiting for a call from my father-in-law tonight. Oh, did we get it? Well, no. What? Okay. That's confusing me. I'm going to have to figure out what that is. But yeah, Steven, you could have come on.
you know how to get on.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. This is one thing my wife said at my age, like you need to get into some like at when you get into your 40s, you start either getting really into like World War history and you get into smoked meats. And my wife was like, you got to get into smoking meats because the smell is delicious. The food is delicious. Yeah.
I mean, my wife wanted me to get into smoked meats, and she's a vegetarian.
I mean, the smell is still good.
No, she doesn't want the smell. She said doesn't want it in the house. I think it was just to get me outside.
Does
You see no live links, really, Steven? You go log in.
Yeah, just log into the StreamYard. I will send it to him. I'll put it in the live link. I'm there. I got it.
Oh wow, there is an 18 email chain about Chicago.
Chicago's gonna be fun. Is anyone in the chat going to Chicago?
Oh, I'm not in the chat.
So Claire, you can have it on your phone and just listen to us. We're not very fun to listen to, but you can listen to us.
I mean, when I'm on, there's not much to listen to, but you can.
I believe you also need a whiskey neat while you're doing it. For 1 ice cube, but and I had no problem when I was in Scotland trying scotches everywhere, being like, I would like 1 ice cube. Yes,
Did you have any haggis?
Yeah, I did. I'm not a big haggis fan, but it almost Ian didn't like haggis.
How about banging? Did you have any bangers in match?
I'm not a big haggis fan, but it's sausage. Like it's got different flavor to it. It's fine. Ian didn't like it, but what Ian did like in Scotland is fish and chips. Mm-hmm. The amount of fish and chips this guy put down in Scotland
Well, not as much as Mac did with mac and cheese.
Oh my God, Malcolm had so much mac and cheese in Scotland. It was.
And he never ate it.
He half ate every time. That's typical Mac. But what's going on, Steven? You excited for Chicago?
Yeah, I rolled out draft boards today, and
They look good.
Put together, yeah, they do. I'm in the process of just making sure I have everything. It's always like that double, triple check. So, it's going to be good, and we have Joey flying in to Chicago tomorrow. That was a last minute impromptu thing. He called me at like 7:00 last night, and he's like, "I think I'm coming to Chicago."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay, you're coming to Chicago."
Yep.
I don't know what time I got the text, but because I had no service, and he probably got upset that Scott probably didn't respond to him. I didn't respond to him.
I've been talking to Joey for about 3 days about this. So
yeah, but like I didn't respond when he said, "I
Vegas,
think I'm coming," and then all of a sudden I see this. There's quite a chain of emails I'm gonna have to read through.
No, it's. I feel like this event's going to go smooth because we got Joey and we got Sal. Bob and I are there for FSGA and the live event, and I think Steven could I feel like Steven and I are both very organized people. Like I get that impression that we're both very organized people, and so like I sent an email this morning. I'm like, this is what in Vegas, I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. I had this bullet points and stuff, and Steven equally replied with bullet points and answers. And I like this.
I'm like, I would be panicking if I had none of this figured out, but at this point in time, so
I know.
All right, boom,
a lot of that was me wanting everybody else to know. Having everybody on the same page makes everything smooth,
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I started last week on Steven when I said you have cardboard on for the boards, and
Bob will read that email thread the day of while he's at.
And you know what? If I see something that needs to be fixed, I will just have it ready for you.
And I think that all the Chicago drafters are probably sick and tired of all my emails reminding them of things to do. But you know what? There's no such thing as under communication when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I know there's a lot of excited people about it too. But just gotta keep it rolling.
Nice.
That's the great thing about Boston.
Claire, wake up!
They just show up. And they help out no matter what. I mean, obviously the last couple of years they got used to me not being able to communicate to them until like the last couple of weeks, and they're pretty much trained now. But actually, I think it's Carla's doing a lot of stuff for us, and Cooper's trying to do a bunch of things. There's now talks of having something going on the day before. So, and I'm like, as long as you guys are drinking Bloody Marys at the brunch of degenerates, then it doesn't matter.
No, thank you. You will never see me drinking a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Well, I meant more talking about just showing up for brunch.
Okay.
We're having a brunch. We're having the brunch. The brunch draft.
Oh my gosh, Scampers. I loved Fuddruckers so much.
Wait, what happened?
Fuddruckers.
It went bankrupt.
Yeah, they went bankrupt. They're gone.
No way.
Yeah. I think about a year ago I looked it up and there was like 1 or 2 left or something.
There's definitely still one near me. Like how long ago?
No, they went bankrupt like a couple of years ago, and I checked last year because I was really like craving it as I drove by the old Fuddruckers that was near me, and there was like a couple left in the entire U.S.
There's still one at crossing at Walkersbrook in Reading, Massachusetts, right next to the Cookie Monster ice cream sandwich place.
Yeah. You're a lucky man. Well, that just tells me for my wife and my 20th anniversary coming up this September, we are going to Boston to go to
to go to Fuddruckers.
And Fenway.
Lobster
Fuddruckers
be
and
damned, we're
Fenway.
going to Fuddruckers.
I mean,
Fuddruckers and Fenway.
that would.
And
be
you got
beautiful.
to get a Cookie Monster. Actually, my wife and I had the Cookie Monster truck. They were only a truck at the time, and the truck came to our wedding to give everyone ice cream sandwiches at the end of the night.
Chef, I think you may mean Chicago because we were talking about Chicago a lot. If you put in a volunteer form, I think Russ has handled a lot of those. I'm honestly not sure. We either may not have been thinking about or needing that at the time, or maybe it was vague enough that Russ put it in another folder. Sometimes people are like, I can do graphics work, and sometimes people are like, I can help out, and it's so like the form is like, I'm willing to help out and donate my time, but they don't tell us what they can help out with, and that becomes a little rough on Russ. But yeah, well, I'll take a look. I think we're good for this year. Actually, honestly, for Chicago though, at this point. Jeff, Omaha next Sunday. That's awesome. Very cool. I've sent a bunch of different donations to Omaha. I'm so annoyed you have
somebody posted about Bennigan's. There is a Bennigan's 15 minutes from me, and all I can think about is the South Park episode every single time I drive by it, without fail.
There was one very, very near me for a very long time. I don't know if it's still there. I haven't been there in 10 years, but
see this right here? We might have to do a fundraiser.
Ooh. Scampers, Chicago. It should be on the short list. It's always a good one each year.
Our location's literally one, but it's still there. It's less than 10 minutes from my house.
I like the good sportsmanship here. That's pretty cool, Andrew.
So it's like a Blockbuster where there's just one left.
Yeah, but so it's inside of
I'll see you there. See you there, Obi-Wan. All three of us.
It's inside of Jordan's Furniture, a movie theater in IMAX, and Beanstalk. So the they have a Jelly Bean Town there. There we go. They have a ropes course.
Wait a minute, it's a furniture store?
There's a furniture store in there. There's a ropes course. There's a 3D movie theater.
Jordan's Furniture?
Yeah.
What?
I'm so confused right now.
Steven, I'm calling it now. It's a front. This place is a front. It's 100%.
Oh, no, every Jordan's Furniture has a different attraction.
It's a front.
Jordan's Furniture is like this. It's not the top of the line furniture. It's you buy your furniture there, and it's 0% interest for like 5 years, 7 years, whatever they decide. And they have a different experience at every location.
That is
So they have so they have the IMAX in Reading, Natick. They have Beantown in Reading. Yep. Fuddruckers, Cookie Monster. That's what I was looking for now. If anyone else knows what the Cookie Monster is,
I've never heard of Cookie Monster. I can't get over the furniture store thing. Like this is so bizarre to me. I don't get it. I really don't.
So the Cookie Monster is homemade
looks
cookies with this ice cream And that's the original truck that they started with. And now they have multiple locations. They actually make their shakes with cookies in them. It all started. See, that's the year I got married. But it doesn't get any better.
Good.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get any better.
I mean, ice cream sandwiches are never a bad idea.
I mean, and I can DoorDash or Uber Eat them.
Would you trust that though?
Oh, hell yeah.
You trust it to get
I've
there
done it.
like
I've done
not melted?
Oh yeah. No, they get them. I mean,
Wow. Okay.
I mean, look at this.
Like those all look incredible. The candy shop one looks great. The Doughboy looks great.
Yeah. Party Monster. I mean, is anyone in the chat getting hungry yet? Am I doing a good job?
Yeah, now I just want ice cream.
Jordan's Furniture Bake Shop.
Like so if I'm ever in Reading, Massachusetts, is that like a must stop?
Reading. Let's pronounce it correct. Reading.
That's what I said, Reading.
You said Reading?
No, I said Reading.
Oh.
So is that like a must stop in that area?
No, it's
No?
kind of actually tucked away. I mean, the must stop one is probably hitting the truck up in the city, but second stop would, Jordan's is good. You can get a movie, ice cream, dinner. I mean, that it's kind of like your first date type place when you were in high school.
Okay.
Because your parents dropped you off, her parents dropped her off, and you had three groups of friends. And there's two groups of you, so it's like a triple date. You got the movie, you got the food, you got your ice cream, and then your parents picked you up.
All right.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Well, I gotta take this down.
We lost Scott.
Well, he probably needed a refill.
Fair.
Cookie Monster is indeed a muppet. You spelt it wrong, Jonathan Hall. It's Monster. Monster. I mean, I was just telling him I'm getting on a flight, and now what?
Yeah, when is your flight?
6 a.m.
Oh, so you're getting into direct to Chicago?
Oh yeah, I'll be in around 9.
You're going to be there about the same time I'm going to be there to pick up Joey.
Oh, what time's Joey getting?
He gets in at like 8.
I mean, I don't know if I'm getting in at.
Are you in Midway or
I don't know if I get in 8:55 Central or if I'm getting in 8:55 Eastern.
It should be Central, whatever time it says.
It says I board at 6:25. I depart at 7, and then it's saying it takes 2 hours to get there from Boston. Yeah, Boston. I'm flying out of.
And you're flying into Midway or O'Hare?
O'Hare.
Yeah, you're going to be there like the same time.
Well, then, I was going to look and see if I can get a little bit. Oh, and Sal's going to be in a little after me, too. I was looking at same day changes. See if I could buy myself a little more time, but I've got seat A1, so I don't know if I'm going to move.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Through Southwest?
No, actually, I used JetBlue because my kids and wife want to fly JetBlue out of Manchester down to Disney. It's direct and it's a lot easier airport to go in and out of than Boston. So I was short about 2,000 miles. So
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
it's like 6x points on the JetBlue card. So I went that route. I said, fine. I never pay for their flights. I always pay for my own, not theirs.
So did you ever figure out what touristy stuff you're doing tomorrow?
I think we were gonna try to go hit up the game.
The White Sox
Yeah, I think we were gonna go to the White Sox game.
playing the Giants, I think, right?
Yes, they are playing the Giants.
Yeah.
Comiskey, right? Comiskey Park.
It is called Rate Field now, sir. Let's get it straight, because that's
Right
obviously
field?
what every rate.
Rate Field.
Yeah.
A little underknown thing about the merch is that when you're at a live event, there's a QR code for 15% off. Did you know about this, Steven?
Yep, they're on the post.
I did not know about this. What is going on? What happened while I was away?
When you're at a live event, there's 15% off merch. We're not quite
Why
at
don't
the
we
stage
just give
where we have
away?
a
Why
merch
don't we just
table
give everything
where
away?
you can buy stuff to support the band.
I'm gonna turn into Russ. Why are we giving so much stuff away?
Because we're charitable, because that's what we're here to do.
Honestly, that's what it's about. Like we're about being a community, you know. Ah, man.
Hey, you know what? It's really, it's Stephen and Jordan's work that's on set. Mine's not.
I feel like at some point there are some of us that only have SFB merchandise as our apparel.
That's a fair statement.
I will not confirm nor deny whether I ordered a pair of boxes to see how they work.
That's awesome. Oh, I know these are always fun stories, and Bobby, you have these. I don't know if you have these, Stephen, but I went to my son did a basketball camp, and I went to pick him up from the basketball camp, and there was someone in an SFB 14 shirt.
Awesome.
It was the major league one. He talked to me. He said hi. It was nice to meet me and all that stuff. It was nice to meet him too.
I don't
Was he
think
in
I've
15
ever had
or
like
is he in 15 now?
He is in 15. He said
Okay.
he's in for the second year in a row.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had like a public interaction with somebody else.
I've had
wearing
so
my
many.
shirt.
I get them all the time at Disney. At Disney, I would get them all the time.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I am not
Oh.
either.
I don't know either. I would say it definitely is happening more. People do stop me.
That is not true. Aram, who was in the chat, Aram had SFB shorts on.
I mean, I'm thinking of wearing my swim trunks to Chicago. Is that?
He absolutely did.
It's
I
on the
didn't take any
waterfront, right?
pictures because I feel like taking pictures of another man's like shorts in public and then posting them online isn't the coolest move in the world. But there was absolutely one person there who had them on.
Yeah, Bob's gonna bring us to Chicago and do a Chicago River swim.
I go around to pools in public here with no swim shorts on so people can Photoshop the SFB ones on.
Make it easy for me. Thanks, God.
It's gotten me in so much trouble.
Has anybody worn the painted on bathing suit?
No.
That would fly in Vegas.
It would, especially at that swingers party. Steven, did you hear about the swingers party?
No, I did not.
So Friday night in Vegas, like Vegas is a 3-day event. Or 2 days, whatever. Friday night you go to Barry's Steakhouse and then you go to Legacy Club on the top. It's like a swanky club at the top of circa. Saturday, you do the drafts all day, and then you don't go to this piano bar, Don't Tell Mama, on Saturday night. Friday night, we go up to the Swanky Legacy Club. Last year, Chicago Blackhawks draft party was there. So, like, their rookies and stuff, like, there's a bunch of Chicago Blackhawk people and personnel there. And
That's awesome.
It was kind of cool. This year, no Chicago Blackhawks. There was a swingers convention in town. I am not kidding you. Scampers, you were there, right? You were there. Were you there?
Oh man.
Swingers convention in town. So top of Legacy Club, and it's funny because some of the people are like, they can tell who their own are, because some, like, a lot of us fantasy football people were not approached. But
One of us.
I did get to witness a couple talking to the woman, and the woman talking to the couple, like, hiked up her, like, dress to show her goods to the couple. And I'm like, this is just not my area. This is not what I'm used to here. This is not something I'm normally accustomed to.
I mean,
I mean, do what you do. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Like, live your life, have fun. But
Right.
I was like, wow, this is what's going on tonight over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was okay. So yeah, Scampers. Yeah, Scampers. I was pretty sure Scampers was there. A lot of us from SFB were there to witness the
man.
hordes of swingers that were in attendance that night.
Oh gosh. It's hilarious. That's a good story though.
I like how I
That's a good
tell a story and then everybody kind of half quiets down.
Oh man. Here, Greg in the chat. What was he saying here? The number one touristy thing in Chicago. Ooh.
The Bean. It's got to be the Bean. Everybody goes to the Bean.
It's so I hate that park. I only say
You
that.
said touristy. Like, it feels
is.
like that's.
I know. It we also do the security there, so I'm there all the time, and it just I've just grown tired of it.
I'll be right back.
Trying to think. I don't know. Touristy, like the ledge at Willis is always fun, especially on a blue sky day. Or the equivalent over at the John Hancock, or what was the John Hancock, the tilt where it like tilts down, and they have a bar there, so that one makes it better. So I don't know, those are my two favorites. But I mean, the Bean's the Bean, Navy Pier, or just do pizza tours. You can't go wrong with pizza tours. Because you already have a Cubs game lined up, and that was going to be the other thing that I would have said. You got to go to Wrigley. If you're a baseball fan, you have to go to Wrigley, regardless of who you root for. You have to experience it. Have you ever been to Wrigley?
I have not, and that's why I looked for them first, obviously. Yeah, but they were out of town.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, even on a non-game day, like, it's still a cool area to roam around and just see like everything that they've done to it, and like you end up going to.
Maybe we'll go that way earlier in the day or something.
Yeah, and like there's a cool bar there called Sluggers. There's an actual batting cage on the second floor. It's super, you know, it's not clean by any means, but it's a cool place.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm open to go. I mean, it's up to. I guess. Well, not really up to Sal. I can tell him what we're doing. That's not. I shouldn't let that affect it. Yeah,
and
I'd like to.
Yeah, and Greg, yes, you can go to the bar and get a drink and just view. It's called Cloud Bar. Super, super interesting place. Here, where are we at here? What does this say? Yeah, Chef's 100% right. Got to go to Reggie's. Yeah. Now we're just gonna get into all the things that we have that Chicago has. You guys should see if there's Wrigley tours tomorrow. They do tours when they're not in town.
I mean, I gotta pack at some point too.
You got 7 hours.
Oh, that reminds me. Show's all yours, Steven, for a minute. Because
Okay, I guess the show. How's it going, chat? How are we doing this evening? Yeah, like the other thing, just talking about Chicago and Chicago stuff. Yeah, we do put pickles on our hot dogs. That's right. And no ketchup, which I will say that I break that rule more often than not. But to Greg's point here, tavern style is better than deep dish. The tavern style within the city of Chicago, hands down, better than deep dish. And then Pequod's is the deep dish if you are going to go that route. So that's the other thing there. So yeah, no, the hot dog, Chicago style hot dog, tomato, relish, pickle, mustard, onion. Yeah, see, we should just do food trivia, and Jordan can keep winning everything like he won Pixar trivia the other night with Joey. But Scampers, yeah, I mean, for SFB 16, I don't know. There were a couple different spots that we talked about, and really one of the things that led us to where we chose this year is the fact that FSGA is literally 2 blocks away from where we're hosting it. So that way, hopefully, we get quite a few people coming over that are attending FSGA, and we are going to have some fun names there. Just hanging out with us for the day. Bob Lung from the Fantasy Football Expo, Joe Bryant from Football Guys is going to swing by. And, we're really excited about everything. And so I think for SFB 16, we've had our eye on some other big spots. Even Willis Tower has come up as doing like one of the banquet floors. I believe it's the 90th floor that they have available. So we're looking into some cool stuff to continue building it out. But it should be a fun time next year, and hopefully, bigger and better. I mean, we went from 6 to 9 drafts, and we'll see where it goes.
By the way, Chicago is also leading this year in live drafts, donations per person.
Really?
Yep. Minnesota has had that title all 3 years. And granted, Minnesota has yet to have their event.
Hold on. Minnesota did not beat Boston last year.
Per person. Oh, sorry. Per person minus the registration fee.
I know we looked at this list a few weeks ago, but I don't remember what it said.
No. When you take away the required registration fee, Minnesota per person donations have been.
All right. Well, I have not posted our raffle items yet.
Well, get on it, Bob.
I do not. I will say I do not.
I'm not doing anything else. Let me just do that right now.
But I will say, Chicago is number 1 per person this year, currently, and overall, like total donations, about 1,500 behind Cincinnati, who is done.
Yeah, we're gonna blow by that.
Yeah, so we got to blow by that on Sunday.
Yeah, and for anybody in the chat too, that is in Chicago and wants to come hang out, we do have spectator tickets available,
Yeah.
and that includes 4 hours of open bar, food, and the donations keep coming in. Even today, I got one that I'm going to keep a surprise because I think it's awesome. If you are a video game connoisseur, you will think it's incredible.
Oh, I heard about this. I heard about this one.
So I'm very, very excited about that one. It completely caught me off guard, but in the best way possible. But we've got the SFB 16 package. We've got a Caleb Williams signed mini helmet, Sammy Sosa autographed W flag, passes to the Fantasy Football Expo, the ultimate fan passes for that if you're heading to Canton. Just a ton of stuff. I think we're north of 80 donations. Yeah, Jeremy Roenick, Frank Thomas, Dan Hampton, DJ Moore.
Jonathan, the only two cities where you need to is Chicago and Cincinnati. Cincinnati's done. But Chicago, you do every other city, you're good to go. Chicago, it's because it's free food and open bar. It's free food.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do that only if there is really the free food and beverages or something that's required.
Since he's gonna have open bar next year, I wouldn't be shocked if Minnesota has open bar next year.
There's a very good chance that a lot will have drinks included next year.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 cities that are they're big enough, people support enough, there's enough donations, it
makes sense. And
it makes a lot of sense to say, hey, you get free food and drink when you come here.
Yeah. I like it. I'm on board. We had a great time at Boston last year with food and beverages, and I think everyone appreciated it. You didn't have to worry about it. You just walked up, grabbed something off the buffet, go back to your draft table, go hang out.
Yep. I enjoyed that. I'm excited for Chicago this weekend.
I think we leave. I think Sal is going to step up his auctioneer skills. Maybe auction off a couple of helmets.
Yeah,
I will say, as much as Chicago's going to blow by Cincy, but Cincy's leaving money on the table for donations. It's just the raffle plus silent auction over the last 2 years. It proves that doing both is like it blows just one or the other out of the water.
Yeah, well, and like the other thing this is why I went off the camera here, but the stickers that we are going to have at the draft as well. So as a part of that, you buy the stickers and then you get the raffle tickets for buying the stickers.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So you're essentially buying these stickers. We've got a ton of them this year because they somehow sent me a double order. So we have 500 stickers. So plenty of stickers to go around. But yeah, just it's fun. And we like you mentioned, doing both, giving people the option, hyping it up. It's a good time. But I think I saw somebody ask when it is. It's this Sunday, so in 2 days from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Maggiano's Banquet Center in downtown Chicago.
I love that 2 to 6 p.m. time, especially when you're doing open bar and food, because if you're like me, I love appetizers, and that means 2 to 6, like you've had lunch, dinner is later. It's all appetizers, which I'm excited about.
We got Wagyu meatballs.
I'm excited for the appetizers.
Yeah.
I was at that live a couple of years ago.
What if I don't eat or drink?
I'm sure I was there. What was that?
What if I don't eat or drink? Like, I mean, they're not gonna have Starbucks there, so like,
I don't think we
I'll
have.
make sure they have Shirley Temples for you, Bob.
no, I want Starbucks. Like, I'm gonna be bringing my own. The Uber guy is gonna get sick of pulling up out front.
Maybe one day we are big enough where we're like, in where we can have like, this is your ticket to get in if you're eating and drinking, and here's a wristband for that, and here's a ticket for you if you're not eating and drinking. Here's a different colored wristband. Like maybe one day, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, like we'll have we have wristbands, and then here, let me see. I didn't show you guys these. I have them all stacked up over here.
He's got the Home Alone plan going here. I see
Here.
that.
So
I see that.
we got cool name tags for everybody with the logo on them as well, so everyone knows who they're talking to.
Do I have one?
Yes, you do.
Seriously, you made one for me?
Heck
You did
yeah,
not
man.
make one for me.
Just in case.
I'm gonna wear a shirt with my name on it.
Of course
I
you
know.
are.
I will also not be wearing. I'm not going to be wearing one with his name on it, but I am going to be wearing one with a fish on it.
Well, way to hurt my feelings,
I will be doing
Bob.
both at the same
Huh?
time.
You don't want to wear your name tag either?
No, I said I'm not. I said I'm going to be wearing. I'm not going to be wearing a shirt with Scott's name on it, but I'm going to be wearing
yes.
one with a fish on it.
Interesting.
Oh, Greg.
Or I could be wearing the goat shirt.
Greg makes a good point here. If you want to go to Starbucks, you have to go to the roastery. It's
roast.
4 floors. It is a 4-floor Starbucks.
A 4-floor Starbucks? That's
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm sleeping. I mean, that's where I'm at.
excessive.
That's where I will go.
It's extremely excessive, but it's a cool place. It's definitely a touristy
All
spot.
right, I'm not worried about it being touristy. They have dark roast, black.
I'm pretty sure they have anything you could possibly imagine. There's literally
Then I'm
4
good.
floors of coffee.
Hey, I feel like I was made to go there.
It used to be a Crate and Barrel. Now it's a Starbucks.
I will say, behind the scenes, there have been talks about this actually happening. I have spoken to a cruise company. I'm not going to say which one or how far it's gotten, but
Look,
talks have happened. Yes, Andrea, it's your dad and his boat.
It's a pontoon.
It's a pontoon. We're gonna put 12 people on
no
a
party
pontoon.
boat. It's got a slide. It's got a
No.
cooler.
I have
Yes.
talked to a cruise company. I've had another cruise company reach out to me. Word has been put out there.
I have also spoken to a different.
Ooh, I mean, it sounds like we have options, and we can
I
start.
mean, it could be a tag team. Could be two.
We're all just gonna ride on the back of Tom Cruise and
Smitty. Smitty's going to be at the Phoenix Draft Sunday at Title IX, which is a women's sports bar in Phoenix. We have a women's sports bar here called A Bar of Their Own. I love these names of these bars, by the way. But yeah, I'm excited for that Phoenix one. Bunch of cool donations, fancy footballers, etc. That should be a good time. Part of me wanted to get to that one, but my parents who live in Phoenix half the year are actually in Minnesota right now, so it's not like it's not me heading down there. They're snowbirds, so the summer it's cooler up here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be an amazing event if we are able to get it on the cruise.
Wait, does
just
Greg
thinking-
literally have a house on Lake Wallenpaupack, the booze cruise from The Office? That would be incredible.
Yeah. That would be. I gotta go plug Emmy's phone in. It died.
Oh yeah, that's you can't have her phone dying. That's not a good thing. It tracks a lot of things that are very, very necessary. Sounds like we got multiple. Here's the thing. Here's something I've truly loved this year is we're to the point where half of our drafters in SFB are live drafters, Stephen.
Really?
Yeah. It's about half now.
Wow.
It's a little over 2,000 live draft. Or no, actually, that's not true. It's closer to 1,500.
Okay.
So I guess a third of our live drafters, a third of our drafters are live.
That's still pretty awesome.
Yeah, that I'm remembering what I talked to John about, that our goal is next year to be like 2,000 to 2,500 live drafters. But yeah, this year it's 1,500 plus live drafters out of 5,000.
Wow. All right.
So every time I go in one of these mock draft for SFB or one of these live streams, a bunch of people in the chat are going to live events, which is just so dang cool. They get to hang out with other fantasy, people and have a cool event. I love what we've created, Stephen.
Well, and the awesome thing about the live events too is just like the camaraderie and the friendships. Like there's people that I met, 3-4 years ago at the first Chicago Live that, had never talked to them before. I talk with a lot of them on a pretty consistent basis now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
and there are
it's
people I
wild.
met at live drafts just a couple of years ago that have become like my arch enemies. Like it's beautiful. It can go both ways. That it's so wonderful. It's so wonderful to have that. It's just it brings out passion in people.
I need a nemesis. I better go to a live draft.
Nobody in the chat found that funny. I thought it was really funny, but nobody in the chat thought it was funny at all.
Oh man, but and like the other cool thing too, and like just kind of seeing, because as everyone knows, or the majority of people know, like all the drafts that are live are on Sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
And even just seeing the chats in there, and a lot of people are like, I haven't done an in-person draft in years.
Oh, and so many have never done one, which is
right.
It's kind of the era. It feels like nowadays that's not even that common anymore.
Right.
That you've done one before.
Yeah, and so that's a cool thing, and being able to kind of flip back to I don't want to say like post or pre-pandemic time where it was a more consistent thing that was out there and isn't it's prevalent these days. But again, just making sure that you're taking advantage of enjoying everything that you can with it, and making those friendships, enjoying the draft. Even last year, and I know we had a couple of our divisions are like, all right, we're doing 10 rounds, we want to keep going, and it's like, enjoy it. Like, and like even the communication I sent out today to all of them, I'm just like, enjoy the ride. Like, just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that. I've talked about this on shows before, but the 10 round thing, like I specifically designed it so people would hang out and talk and have drinks and do the raffles and the auctions and support the venues that are so gracious to give us these spots. But the downside is every year we have a few drafts that are like, we're going to do as many rounds as possible. And every year I get people from those drafts communicating with me via DM or email. They're like, I didn't really want to. It frustrated me. I know I went along with it because everybody else wanted to, but I wanted to hang out. Like, I get complaints about it yearly, and I tried to lay down the hammer more this year. 10 rounds.
Rightfully so.
Just stop. It's a crappy situation to put those people in, where you got 9, 10, 11 people who want to keep going and 1 or 2 that they want to hang out. They want to have fun, It's just We have months before the season. You can draft slow. It's fine. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Still get your picks in. It's okay. Nothing's
Yeah.
gonna change.
Yeah, it definitely puts people in uncomfortable situation. They said it last year at the Boston draft. One finished, and he's like, "It's all right." Then we finished, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Want
That guy.
especially at one of the larger ones.
Yep, I know who you're talking about. That guy did reach out to me about that. It's like I said, basically every draft that went more than 10 rounds, one person in that draft probably reached out to me about it. And I'm so sick of it. I don't want that. That's not what I want.
Less issues, the better.
Yeah. Smitty's gonna live stream from Phoenix. Oh man, he lives and drafts in hot areas, Phoenix and Vegas, the last couple of years. But that'll be fun if you wanna watch along. Scampers, I'm not sure you could ever be my arch enemy. You're too fun to hang with. I see him at lots of live events. Charlene missing NorCal. She's going to Charlene, correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to LA Live this year, right? But NorCal moved from San Francisco to Sacramento, which put a bug in some people's plans. This is why we have problems making regional ones, is because people don't want to travel more than a couple hours, it seems like. Unless you're in the Midwest. People travel 3, 4, 5 hours from Minnesota. It's
like, 3 hours? Meh.
Yeah. It feels like a Midwest thing. People are like 3, 4 hours, that's nothing. And then you go on the East Coast, 3, 4 hours. My God, that's an eternity.
That's 3 states. That's 3 states. Like I literally drove 2 hours and I went through 3 states today.
Yeah, no.
We don't have that luxury.
No, absolutely not. I don't know. I honestly don't know, Smitty. I have not looked at it. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you there. Please do. Please jump in the Fishbowl Underdog Satellite Best Balls. As many as you can. We are going to launch a really fun contest for it. And anyone who's already entered Underdog will get in that contest.
Look, you max out, you're going to get in every one of these contests. So.
Yeah.
And they're going to be worth it. They are going to be worth it.
It's going to be worth it to join this contest. I'll just say now. So join now. Join the Underdog contests. Join as many as you can, because we have some fun things coming up. Hey, look, there's that thing. There's the graphic for it. Are you going to the expo, Stephen?
To be determined.
Gotcha. Okay.
What are the dates? I should know this.
August 7th through the 11th. Thursday
Okay.
is the Thursday through Monday of it.
Okay.
I have a couple possible obligations here in Minnesota, and I might have to come back early. I was considering not going, maybe not going. I think I've landed on I'm going to go, and I'm going to leave early on Sunday. And
Gonna miss karaoke? Come on.
I think I might. I've been every other year, so I think I might, because I have a gig potential. I have a probable gig that night, Sunday night. But I was telling Joey, this might be the last year I go to the expo, which is going to be interesting. But I told him, if this is the last year, which it might be, I want to go out in style. It's going to be my last ride, and Joey and we made a shirt. I made a shirt for me and Joey. Do you want to see the shirt?
Oh, I got to see the shirt now.
Well, you know my graphic design skills.
This is why I need to see the shirt.
You know my graphic design skills. And me feeling like this is the last ride for me and Joey in the expo. I made this shirt, and I want to get it made for me and Joey to wear.
Oh, you sent this. I remember this now.
It's me and Joey as Thelma and Louise. Someone made the comment last night to put on the back us going over the cliff. I'm like, that
I
is.
think if we print that, we would say that it was over the cliff.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. I like the finer details where you can still see like Gina Davis's hair behind Joey. Like, it wouldn't be as good if it weren't for stuff like and you know, my dainty Susan Sarandon hands. Like, I love that I left everything except for our heads.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Yep, you go. Can't wait to see those. But I don't think I am going to the expo.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think I am actually scouting out a potential collaboration that same weekend.
Oh, yes. Yes. We have some potentially really big things coming for Fantasy Cares.
I think
Stuff we can't really talk about yet, but some potentially really
yeah,
big.
and actually I got invited to be on one of the other organizations' parts.
Yeah. The chat loves when we speak so vaguely. They just absolutely love it. We're like,
I mean,
we
if it makes the
can't
chat
talk
feel
about
any
it.
better,
We
I don't
wanted
have a
to.
clue what you guys are talking about. So
Yeah, well, you
I'm
will.
just as in the dark.
You will.
Yeah.
You will. No, something's gonna happen with the one that I'm.
That'll be good. I really hope it does. I think that some really cool things could happen. For the
It just
expo,
happens
yeah,
to be
I
the same
do.
as the expo.
I do truly think this is probably my last ride for the expo. And if things don't work out, I might not even go this year, which would suck. Like I want to go, but I think it's either I won't be going this year or it's going to be my last ride, and I'm going to fly out Sunday to get back for a certain thing in Minnesota. But it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. We'll have lots of fun people there. We'll do some awesome things. Fantasy Cares has a booth. It'll be good. So if you do go, Steven, it'll be a good time.
Yeah, there will be some exclusive giveaways at the Fantasy Cares booth.
Yeah, the only thing I know of that might cause issue, because the National Card Show is in Chicago this year, and it's the weekend before, and the card shop that I do work with is going to be there, and apparently managing some of the autograph sessions. I'm not sure of who yet, but that is going to be a very busy week. So I guess it just hinges on that, and if I can sneak away 2 weeks in a row.
Steven, if you ever want to buy a Michael Jordan 1994, I believe, Electric Diamond number 45 White Sox rookie card, I have one.
Is it gradable?
Oh, I'm sure it's gradable.
Okay.
What the grade is, that's no, it's probably gradable. I wonder, but I have it. I've kept it because it was like the only truly great card I pulled, like actually pulled in those 90s years of like opening packs where there's billions of every card. You
The
know,
junk wax era.
the junk wax era. So if you want to buy that for a couple $100,000, I know it's probably worth like $50, but you know,
Uh,
Look,
I
I
mean,
don't know what it's worth, but if you offer me a couple thousand, I'll part with it.
let me hem and haw for a second, but I'll accept it. No big deal.
honestly, cards like that. I can't remember if it's the Fleer or the Donruss. I think it's the Fleer. Kenny Griffey Jr. 89 rookie card behind me. Because he's my favorite player of all time. So I actually, I got that one. But I have a few cards like that are just like,
Yeah,
I don't even know what they're worth.
They're
They're probably worth more to me sentimentally than they are, actually on the market.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like even in today's day and age with collecting and everything that goes on, it's wild what some cards are going for in today's realm. And it gets to the point where it's just like, you just do it for your own enjoyment. Like, perfect example, there's a new rookie box that's coming. It's 2 cards. You're guaranteed, it's for WNBA. You're guaranteed either a Caitlin Clark auto or an Angel Reese auto, and then one other card. And it's a Dutch auction. So if you've never heard of a Dutch auction,
you're guaranteed one good card, one garbage card, and another card.
Yeah, more or less. And
sorry, I know you're a Chicago fan, but I'm just not an Angel.
I totally get it.
I just don't like her game. It has nothing to do with anything else but her game. Like my son and I have watched college women's basketball for my son was a Caitlin Clark fan before like the world caught on. You know what I mean? Like we've watched for years and like it just never got the Angel hype.
Yeah, and I frankly I don't either. We were actually in Indy for Fever Liberty 2 weeks ago because my wife's a huge Caitlin Clark fan. But they're doing a Dutch auction with this set, and so the Dutch auction, if you've never seen it, Panini does them all the time. They started at a certain level, and it keeps ticking down like every 5 minutes until it's gone. So you can buy it at whatever amount you want, but you can risk it and see if it'll go any lower. The starting for the Dutch auction is $30,000 a box, and it goes all the way down to $3,000 for 2 cards.
I can't even imagine having that money.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is insane. Like I can't.
That's absurd.
Yeah,
that's absurd. Claire, so I've done it 4 years now, Bob. I've done it every year except for the first year. I've met all the people there. I've had lots of fun every year. Every year is slightly different vibes. But I travel so much in the summers, and that weekend always conflicts with some certain personal obligations here in Minnesota that I have pushed off every year, and it's sucked for me. And each year that I do it, there's only a handful of new people that I haven't met. And I don't know that I have a great answer. It's just that I've had that experience. I've done the expo like 3, 4, 5 times, like I've done it a bunch of times.
Nothing against Bob or the expo. It's just like he does a great job of it.
It's a great event.
It's a great event.
Yeah.
Going back to the same place over and over and over is difficult for most people to wrap your head around. You've seen, there's only so many things you can see in Canton, right? Yes.
I make the same argument against my wife and Disney.
Well, see, I won't. I'm gonna jump on your wife's side there because there's always new rides at Disney, and there's always new things.
There's only
and there's
so
always
many times you can write It's a Small World.
no.
I
But
really enjoyed
there is
it.
no limit to how many times you can ride Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay,
like,
fine.
There's no limit to how many times you can jump on Star Wars. Okay, there's always something new, and there's always a good new restaurant or food to try out there.
Fair.
I mean, it's about the food.
Yeah, I say this now. We'll see what it's like next year.
Yeah.
We'll see. I changed my mind, but
I mean, they are trying to build an amusement park at Kansas.
yeah, they're trying to build a water park there. I was very coin flippy on this year. I decided to do it, but I love the expo. It's just I've done it a bunch of times, and it conflicts with something here in Minnesota that I do that I've missed for 4 years in a row. So I feel like I'm gonna at least probably next year switch back to doing that here. So I'm excited to see Charlene. It'll be good to meet you. That'll be awesome if you're there.
See, I haven't been to the expo since they shifted the entire thing to the Hall of Fame campus. So it's been 3 years.
And you missed it. Because they've shifted it off again.
Where's it at now?
Well, almost like so the expo. I think the expo will still be at the Bubble, the Hall of Fame Bubble campus, but they no longer are doing the stadium or any of that stuff. It's like now all those events are either at Centennial Plaza or M Bar or whatever. So yeah, I think the expo is still in the Bubble this year, but I think that's the only thing that you're doing at the Hall of Fame campus.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I want to say the last one I did was 2021, when I dressed up in the bear suit. Remember that? In the lobby of the hotel bar.
Oh my god!
Just to mess with Troy.
Scott Fishbowl Expo in 26? No, we're not doing that. We will continue to do the SFB live events, which I'll be at a bunch of those. And that's I see a lot of people at the live events too. So yeah, that'll be fun. No. That'd be cool too though.
Don't give Bosch any ideas.
Right. Yeah. I think it's for me it might be about that time.
Yep. I got packed at some point, yeah.
I'm grateful for the people that stuck with us. So we will give away one last SFB spot to someone in the chat who is not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We legitimately don't have any more spots right now. I'm 100% serious. We are 100%.
We haven't checked the email yet either. So.
I haven't. But at the moment, we literally have 0 spots. Unfortunately, it's a full situation.
Yes.
This is a really dumb thing for me to ask, given that I'm in an online draft. When did the online draft start?
Last week.
Oh man.
It started last week, yeah. If you get skipped, you're out. They will be starting the morning after the Podathon. So the 6th, right? Does that sound right?
That Monday.
Nobody knows.
7th. I don't have a calendar in front of me. It's either the 6th or the 7th, whatever the Monday is there.
Oh, 7th.
7th.
Yeah.
7th. So the Podathon is going to go the 6th right into the start of the picks on the 7th. I think that. Sal better have the 101, otherwise somebody's going to be waiting a long time to pick behind him at 102.
I have the 101 specifically for that. It's very annoying.
I'm still reeling from the third round reversal 100-yard dash from 2 weeks ago.
Hey, I had a shirt ready either way. I was on 12 regardless. I didn't. Whatever happened happened. I won 12.
Yeah,
I
I'm sitting at the
like seeing
101.
what everyone's doing, and then being able to double tap something.
Is it 11 a.m. Eastern? I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern, Zach. I'm in Central, so I always get this confused.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, it should be like 10 a.m. But
I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central.
I'm pretty sure that's usually what you start with, huh? I mean, we could push it to 9 a.m.
I bet I have it listed as 11 a.m. No, I wouldn't have. I probably have it listed as 10 a.m. He thought that I meant Central, but he I don't know. I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern.
Is it in the rules?
Oh my gosh, you don't even look at the rules.
No, you don't have to look up the rules. I mean, I like everyone that says, "Do we have third round reversal this year?" Did you read the rules?
Well, the last time I looked
rules.
at the rules page, it said
Basic
it's still not
rules,
set for
draft.
2025.
The slow draft start 10 a.m. Eastern.
10 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
So 2 hours of the podathon, people will be drafted. I mean, there is no chance that we don't keep that podathon rolling more than 24 hours. Sal can leave, but we're going to be wanting to hear everyone's picks.
Yeah.
There is no chance it ends, especially if I'm sitting at my desk and I can keep it rolling. Even if it's just a blank screen, people come in and post who they got. We might have a live look around the online. Yeah, the Savannah Bananas is going to be. Well, that makes sense that they would be. So the sleeper ones are set up incorrectly, is what we're finding out.
It should be 11 a.m. It should be 10 a.m. Eastern. So it's possible.
Move to the other side of your house and see if it still says 11.
I will say also, they set up the live events based on your live event. So if Zach has, Zach does Orlando Live, so they probably would have set it up towards that.
Right, but I don't think he's drafting at it.
Yeah, the slow drafts should be 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be completely honest. At this point, if there's a sleeper league that says 11 a.m. Eastern, I don't care. You're going to start now. There's part of me that's
start. The clock will start.
Yeah, there's part of me that's like, I don't even
the
care.
clock's going to start.
It's 10 a.m. Eastern, but if you're late, you're late. That is interesting. I'll check with the team. If they're all set at that, then again, I don't care.
8 a.m. Yeah. Well, Jonathan, you have 8 hours from 8 a.m. to wake up and make a pick. I have confidence you can do it in less than 4.
Agreed, Smitty. Please do.
I mean,
okay.
and the idea of waiting on the clock to upset somebody else, that's never gonna do you well when it comes time to look at next year's invites.
Oh yeah, we do take notes on people who
You want to use all 8 hours?
yeah.
Great. Make sure you take pictures.
If
Take
you're waiting
pictures
around
when
on the
you're coming
clock,
back.
especially if you're on the corner doing it, but if you're waiting around on the clock, taking a lot of time, we don't think we don't notice.
Yeah.
There are people waiting for invites this year that did that last year. Let's just say that.
I mean, I've been guilty of it where my queue has run out, so my auto pick only picked one of the two, and then not realize that I was still on the clock. But
Especially day one. Get through that first round. Get through the first round. of
get
day
through
one.
the first round, make sure because then we know that you're drafting and you're aware.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We want the first round done as quickly as possible. We tell people 4 hours for round one.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
still haven't picked after 4 hours,
We start
There's-
looking to replace you, and it's literally in the rules that we start looking to replace if it's gone over 4 hours for round one, because it's round one. Either you're excited about the league, you're into the league, and you are around, or you have pre-drafted. And if you've done neither of those things, then maybe you're just not serious about being in this league.
Yep.
It's so crappy to say, but it's such a big. I don't think people realize how big of a deal that is to us.
if there's 50,000 people that want to replace you,
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to call it, guys.
all right, I will find a
More
Yeah.
spots available this week, probably.
we
tuned.
think right.
Probably.
we're pretty
Probably.
sure.
None
Probably.
right now, but we think there should be some.
We're pretty sure there is going to be.